Hey everyone, welcome back to this week's video. This week's video is about the importance of to-do lists, okay? A lot of us are forgetful by nature, and there's also too many things that are thrown at us each and every day, right? You know, we already have a long list of required things that we're supposed to do while we're at work. So a possible solution to some of these problems is making a to-do list, okay? So what could this do? Well, honestly, it's different for everyone. But a lot of people, I think it could lower stress levels in your brain, okay? We have a pretty stressful environment, we're working hard, we got a lot of things to do, and if you can help yourself relieve the things that you're supposed to try and remember, that could relieve things, right? So once you put it on a to-do list, you can live there. So you can put it on that to-do list, take it out of here, put it over there, and it can live there until you have time to deal with it, okay? It could also give you, by doing this, it could give you the mental capacity to have better focus on the here and now that's right in front of you as well, okay? Because really, when we stockpile too many things in our immediate remembering portion of our brain, we lose the ability to operate on our normal course effectively. Think about it. You start there in the morning, you're right on course, everything's looking good, and then everything starts to pile up, and then it gets a little harder at some point. Maybe not immediately, but at some point it gets a little harder, okay? So here's an example. Let's just say you were told 5 things, in the past 30 minutes, okay? Maybe you can remember that many, maybe not, okay? And someone wanted you to know these things, and each one of these items requires you to do at least one thing with them, not just tell you and it goes out. You've got to do something about each one of these, okay? Then, all of a sudden, normal course of business, somebody walks in the door like they always do, and this one, customer has a long list of needs, a bunch of special circumstances, and this becomes challenging on its own, just as one transaction, and you're still trying to remember those 5 things, right? Well, something has to give, okay? It's either you're gonna struggle with taking care of this customer properly and focusing on them, or you're gonna forget those items that somebody told you because you didn't write them down, or you're gonna expend a lot of mental energy remembering those items and focusing on taking care of that customer properly, which is gonna tax you later for your day, okay? So just something to think about. I mean, that's just could be a really important way to look at a to-do list and how beneficial it could be, okay? So how do we use a to-do list, okay? What do you even write down? Do you write the easy stuff or the hard stuff? Do you write the time-consuming things or the really simple, quick little things? Do you write the business things that you're supposed to do, or do you write also your personal things that you remember today? My opinion is you write all of them, okay? Think of it as a brain dump. You're getting everything out of there, so you can relieve your brain, of these things and get them, so you can get to them when you can, relieve your brain of all that energy and put it over here to where it can live, and you can get to it when you can get to it, right? So here's an example of how I use mine. I've got a 12-item list, okay? Of course, you can add more to it. You don't have to have 12 items on there. You can have 4 things on there if you need to. I put simple details like I have a specific store and I need to do an inventory or some task there. Or I have another specific store and I need to call a customer named Mr. Smith or whatnot, and I have that specific on there. If you need to write a whole long detail out, you can. If you just keep it simple, that's how I use it, okay? And then one thing I definitely do is I absolutely cross things off as I complete them. Doesn't matter if it's a simple or hard task, it feels really good. You feel satisfied. It's like a sense of accomplishment. So very important, in my opinion, that you cross things off as you go, okay? Another thing that I do is I start a new list after I have gotten halfway through it or most of the way through it, because once it's full and there's stuff everywhere, I want a fresh list. It makes me feel better to have a fresh list after a while. So I'll take the things that I didn't get off that first list, I'll add them as my first couple of things on there because they're coming from an old list, not a new thing, okay? And I'll put them on there, and that gives me room to write more stuff down. You can also have dates, you can put stars by things, you can circle things, you can write top priority, etc. However you want to tweak your list is really however you want, is fine, whatever works for you. So, one thing I also realize is that just watching this video, just like watching this video, having a to-do list for some people can seem overwhelming, okay? Or even feel like it might be shaming, you might be shaming yourself or setting yourself up for failure because you may not get to it, right? Well, unfortunately, the converse is also true. Forgetting to do things can be really stressful later when it's too late. or you can be shamed. You're going to be ashamed of yourself later because you missed some opportunities, because you didn't take care of things in the moment, okay? So, really this can be a wonderful tool if you can figure out how to make it work for you, think about how you might feel in the long run, okay? You got everything accomplished in a timely manner, or just that you got everything accomplished, okay? You were reliable. People told you stuff, and whoever was counting on you, you followed through. You made it happen. They know they can count on you again, okay? You're proud. The one thing I feel is I feel proud of myself when I get these things done, and you get praise from others. Maybe others might just think you just know what you're doing, but honestly, they're giving you praise because you know what because you get things done. Okay, you'll definitely have less stress. If your system works. Because things aren't going to be slipping through the cracks, okay? When things slip through the cracks and you're like, ugh, I forgot that thing. Think about that. That's what causes that stress, but if you'd had that to-do list and you'd got back to it, it would not have slipped through, And honestly, the other thing is you'll find, I think, that you'll have the ability to get even more things done because you'll have newfound mental capacity. Remember, the fact that you can focus on what you're doing, and you put things over here to live, you'll get more things accomplished in the here and now, and you'll even be able to get to those things that you wanted to do. You don't have to pick and choose in the moment. You can do it later, okay? So my challenge for all of you is to start using a to-do list today. Don't wait till tomorrow. Don't wait till next week. Start using it right away. Figure out a system that works for you, okay? You're going to need to tweak it. First thing is print out the to-do list. Second thing is start writing things down. Third thing is start crossing things off, and then try to figure out how you need to prioritize things and circle things and tweak things and put stars by things to make this system work for you, okay? I know this might be a new thing for some of you. Maybe it's not so new. Maybe sometime you've used one before, but you don't use it regularly. I want this to be something that you try to use regularly to see if it works for you. You've got to try it, okay? Because I promise that if you embrace this system, and start getting things checked off one at a time, you're going to feel good about it, and things are going to get a little easier for you overall. So anyway, good luck. If you have any questions on this process, I'll get you the sheets so you have the to-do list. Please feel free to hit me up. I'm excited about this one as well. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye.